Hi everyone, welcome back to a brand new video and Happy New Year. It's 2026 and everyone knows what my first video is all about. Setting goals, seeing what the year is going to bring me. It's the year of me turning 25. It's not very, I'm very nervous, but we'll enjoy it. I've also got last year's predictions and stuff, so I'm actually going to go through what this was. And then I'm going to write myself a new goal and target. So, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a huge thumbs up, subscribe down below, and I've got a brand new idea that I'm going to tell you about, but right at the end of the video. So, stick around for that one. So, let's first go on to, so I always split my stuff into personal, professional, and social media goals, just because I think they're the three main sort of areas of life that you kind of want to get sorted. So let's start with social media goals. So last year I had 59 subs. I've now got 62. So my goal this year is to get 70 subs. I know people are going to be like, oh, why are you not aiming for like 100,000 subs or whatever? Just because I know that I don't post that often anymore. With the job that I've now got, I'm planning on posting 2 times a month, if that makes sense. Just because on here it said so YouTube was every Sunday at 6. I just don't think that now is feasible for me. I just don't think it is. I can't film and edit in the same day, if that makes sense. So I'm going to put for YouTube 2 videos a month. And that's usually going to be one at the start of the month, one at the end of the month. I think that's pretty fair. And I want to do more vlog-based sort of kind of content. So vlog-based stuff being more at the end of the month, and then doing like a standalone video like Q&A or something like that at the start of the month, if that makes more sense. Then if I was looking sort of like at YouTube, I want to do more standalone video. I want to try and push myself out of my comfort zone, vlog more out in public, sort of film more like either in my car or do more like Q&As with and collab with different people. So collaboration is going to be sort of more of my new thing that I want to do, and I want to do 4 in a year. I feel that's quite good. That's 1 every 3 months. Then let's go on to Instagram. Instagram's my favourite platform to go on because I'm going to prioritise this year YouTube and Instagram. Just for the fact that, yes, I have TikTok. I've mentioned about TikTok so much, but I don't really post original content on it. And it also means now that I don't, because the Creator Fund now doesn't promote reposted content. So my original plan was to post for a month, repost for a month, and do all that way. But now it's not classed as original content. You can't kind of do that as much. So Instagram rise, I had 242 people at the start of 2025, and to start 2026, I've got 296 people, which I am astounded with. So again, I don't want to go too far up. So I want to aim for the end of the year to have 350 people following me on my Instagram. And my Instagram will be linked down below, and it will also be put up in this vlog at various times. Just because I want to post more on my Instagram, but also the growth that I've had on Instagram is all organic growth. It's all natural growth. It's all growth that I've had from people liking and commenting on all my videos. My 100th video reel got so many comments from people that didn't follow me really. Like, I loved it. So I want to keep that up. And I want to start doing more Instagram content, more pictures, more outfits of the days, more reels, more days of my life, stuff like that. I'm not going to be posting it every day. I think that's really, again, it's going to be unrealistic for me to post every single day if I'm flying quite a lot of the time. So I want to do 2 reels a week, and then I want to do maybe 1 carousel photo. So like you got like a bunch of 20, maybe like once a week on a Sunday, just to show like what I've done throughout my week. And yeah, that's kind of what I want to do now. TikTok wise, it says here I had 55, and I know that is from my old account, and I don't use my old account because I put that on private. So my public account's got 16 followers on, I think. But my old one, which had 55, has now got 64. So I have actually increased in that one. But again, I'm not going to be focusing on TikTok because TikTok now isn't the same as it was, I don't think. Like YouTube, you can do long form content, short form content. You can do more shorts. That's what I might do. I might look at shorts a little bit more for YouTube. But yeah, for Instagram, Reels are so much better. Carousels are now so much better. Like you can get more scope on it than TikTok. TikTok now is kind of, there's so many people on TikTok now and trying to be TikTok famous. I think it's really hard to break through, especially if you don't really have, I'm gonna say, a niche in the sense of like, my niche is I like to do everyday content. I like to do what the old YouTubers used to do, sort of style content. So that's the thing that I'm gonna look at. Yeah, let's recap social media. So social media, YouTube wise, I want to get to 70 subs, 2 posts a month, collaboratives, so about 4 in this year, and shorts as well. I then also on Instagram want to get 350 followers. I want to have 2 reels a week and a carousel. And TikTok, I'm just going to sort of let grow as and when. I might look at that once I've sort of got this more maintained in 26. The TikTok might come back in 27. I might look at different apps for 27. I don't know. If you've got any comments or any apps that you want me to be on for this year, let me know. I will have a look. I shall see whether my content will fit into the app, whether it will trend on the app, whether I want to be a trendsetter for the app. I don't know. So just let me know if there's anything else. Let's look now at professional. So from a professional, says complete my training and then keep my standard at my current job. That's what I did last year, and I've pretty much done both because I've completed my training and become cabin crew. Love it. And I'm going back now in March this year, going back through and then potentially probably having my contract, because I'm going to be probably summer contract again this year. So, and then when it says keep my standard at my current job, so my current being in retail, so I've gone back to there for the winter months. So I must have kept my standard to go back to it, which I think if you look at my last video is kind of the goal that I had in mind. So I'm still going to keep my standard at my current job. I think standard at current standard is a nice one to look at because there is no guarantee that I'm going to get a permanent contract this season. So I'm going to look at, for this one, with my cabin crew job, I'm going to have a look at, improving in the role. God. Can't actually spell today, sorry. Improving in the role, improving on my general knowledge of it. That's what I'm going to do as well, and potentially sort of go up a grade. I don't know. That's the thing. Is like with this one, I'm not too sure how it's going to work. So, but yeah. So professional wise, I want to keep my current standard at my current job because I love going back there, especially in winter. It's an easy job to go back to. I know the role, I know the people. Like there's some people now that have moved on, but like to different jobs and stuff. But I love that in general. I love the fact that there's still the same people that I know and that I can still speak to. And then, cabin crew wise, I want to do improve in my role in general, potentially go up into another bracket, and my general knowledge of the role to improve. I think that's what I want. I want the recall to be faster. I want the way in which I deal with situations to be a lot better. Like the first season is pretty hectic. So now I kind of know what I'm doing. I kind of want to look at that slightly differently, if that makes sense. But yeah, let's move on to personal. Personal, I know I didn't quite go with, and I don't really know why I've written it in shorthand because who knows. So it says gym 2 times a week consistently. I failed at that pretty much in March. I didn't go to the gym then. Well, I haven't been to the gym probably since September. It's like 4 months I haven't been to the gym. So I'm going to change that goal slightly. I do want to get back into the gym. I do want to still be quite fit. But And I do probably need to lose some weight, it's fine. But I am going to say to myself, gym 3 times a month. Now, I know all the fitness influencers out there are going to be, you won't see any progress, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. But with the fact that when I'm flying, yes, it's a change in mindset. I understand that it's the change in mindset and you wanting to do it every single time. But also, I'm a very active person outside of my job. Like, my job's very active, walking up and down, pushing and pulling heavy carts and stuff. I still play golf, I'll still do taekwondo, and like my sister likes to go running, so if I go running with her, I just want to make sure that the gym is not going to be left, because I did have the love for the gym, but I then really much lost it, because the latter half of the year, so pretty much from sort of like October time, I got my birthday, my nan's birthday, Halloween, my mate's birthday, Christmas, New Year. And that's all within a space. And then we go away in November as well. So it's very much like the latter sort of 3 months are very hectic for me to try and still keep in the mindset of, oh yeah, I still need to go out to the gym 2 or 3 times a week because I need to do this, I need to do that. And I don't like going to the gym when it's midnight, 1, 2 in the morning, or going at 11 at night. I'm not a fan of it. So I wouldn't do that to myself. The next one was go with someone. Don't know what that is, and I don't know what it implies. Go with someone. I'm presuming I mean have a partner. I don't. So I'm not going to put that in for next year or for this year because I'm not looking for one. So I'm not having it. The next one, read Thursday Murder Club, first 4 books, and read a chapter a night. Didn't read a chapter a night, but I have read all the first 4 books. I'm halfway through book 5, or just over halfway through book 5. So that I'm going to put as read book 5. I have not read book 5 yet of Thursday Murder Club. And then I'm going to put read the other book. What was it called? I Solve Murders. So I need to read that book as well. And I want to start reading the Private series, which is a James Patterson series. So I'm going to start reading the Private, and I will get back to you on how far I've got in those books. Because I do find, like, when I come back from a flight and it's a late night or an early morning, when I get back in early morning or get back in late night, to sit down, have a cup of tea, read a bit of my book, it's actually quite relaxing. It just saves me doom scrolling all over TikTok or on Instagram or on YouTube for different things to keep me stimulated, because I just sometimes want to relax and then chill. So that's what I kind of wanted to do. I then had last year to learn 1 brand new pattern. I have learned 3. I have learned, so May 20, is it 25? 24? Must have been 24 that I got my second degree. Yeah, it must be 24 I got my second degree in May. And then in 25 I wanted to learn 1 brand new pattern because I already learned Wiam and then Xinjiang by the end. So I have learned Kodang as well, and I still got 1 more to learn. So I'm going to say I want to learn my last, not with a name, pattern. And then I had on here, accept the unexpected. I still want to keep that, but I also need to accept the fact that there will be things. I need to accept the unexpected. I need to sort of accept, changes in my life. And I'm slowly, I want to keep a routine that I can maintain. And I want to socialise more, in the sense of I socialise with the same groups of people, and yes, it's lovely, but this year I am to accept the unexpected. That's what I'm going to keep, but I'm also going to have phone buzz. Phone buzz is I want my phone to constantly be going off like, are you free? Are you free? Let's do this, let's do that. reminder that you got this, reminder you got that, reminder you got this, you need to go and do here, you need to go over there, da 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 da. I want to try and keep myself busy, especially for my 25th. Like, I want to, like, my birthday's on a Saturday this year, so I feel that if I do a really plan a good weekend for myself for my birthday, I just want to have that sort of style, that lifestyle of being really busy and people like always constantly being around. And I'm also going to put in my personal this year to save a lot more money, because I do want to move out, so I need to save a lot more, but also be a little bit more free, if that makes sense. Like, save a lot more money, but then like travel a little bit. I'm not very good with geography. I think that's a very well-known fact on this channel. If you're brand new to this channel, I am not very good at geography. Never have been, never will be. But I do want to start pushing myself out of my comfort zone and flying to places by myself with a group of friends and go into Ibiza or go into Benidorm or go into Malta or go into Barcelona. I've been to Barcelona before, but you know, it's that thing of I want to sort of experience life a little bit more, and I think that's something that's quite hard for me to come to terms with, for the fact that I do like routine. I do like the fact that I know my shifts that far in advance. I then know I can plan things that I can do and get back. But maybe this year is where I sort of just push myself a little bit more and go, right, let's spend 2 days here. I want to drive further. I only drive to the same places because I don't really like learning new routes or driving. I've never driven long distance, for the fact that I get too nervous, for the fact that I'm not, like, when Google gives you like the directions and stuff and it tells you what lane you need to be in, it tells you too late, or for me it tells me too late. It should tell me like 3 or 4 steps beforehand what lane I need to be in. So it's those sort of things. So overview on personal: gym 3 times a month, read book 5 of Thursday Murder Club, read I Solve Murders. I need to read at least read 1 private book. That's what I need to read. Then I need to learn my last pattern, accept the unexpected, phone buzz, and save money. I know, a lot to do. The thing is, like, with these goals, I think they're small but achievable, and I think that's what I want to keep in mind. Not all goals need to be, I need to get 60,000 subs this year, or I need to get 100 million subs this year, or I need to go to the gym every single day. You know, I don't need to do that. I just want to keep my goals small and achievable, and then update them when they are achieved. So if by, I don't know, March I get 70 subs on my YouTube channel, which would be absolutely lovely, thank you very much, then I can then update you in the vlog, go like, right, okay, I've beat this, let's go for 80 or 90 or 100 or whatever, let's carry on. And the smaller the goals, but the more achievable they are, the better you feel after. And sometimes, like, I've pushed myself to the absolute limit. My second degree was an absolute prime example. Push myself to my absolute limit during the grading, during the training prep. Mentally pushed me quite a lot. And yes, it felt great when I achieved it, but I was so burnt out at the end of it. And I think that if I need to do, social media and professional and personal, I want to look at them in a little bit more of an achievable step. Achieve it, get that boost, carry on, get that boost, carry on. I'm always about keeping myself uplifted and boosted, rather than give myself such a major task to do throughout the whole year and then burn out, which is something a bit different. But yeah, so that's all my goals for this year. So I'm going to mark this one as 2025. Where should I mark it in the middle? 2025. This one's 2026. And I'm going to keep both of them. I am going to keep both of them because I feel that, I know I've not done this for so long, but I want to look back in 5, 10 years, 20 years and see what my goals were. and then see where my goals are now, because they will change. Like, I didn't put saving money on this one for last year, but I am putting it on it for this year. Next year it might be I'm looking to buy a house. You don't know. Like, you just don't know what life cards are gonna, what cards you're gonna get thrown at a knife, whatever way it is. But yeah, but also I want your help, because after my 100th video and people send me so many questions, I absolutely love it. I'm gonna do this year a video roulette. Let me explain the concept. So I've written down so far some videos, and I'm going to show you which ones I've got on there at the moment, which are standalone. So Q&As, 24-hour challenges, trying McDonald's menus, whatever. I want you to send in your own old school YouTube video ideas, and then every so often I will post up a video roulette, which is whichever one I pick, I film. So if you do want to get involved, send it to me on either Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok, wherever, and I will get them all in the bag. And if there's any new ones that I've added, I will show you in the vlog. Thank you so much everyone for watching this video. I appreciate you all. Let's have 2026. Grab it by the horns and let's just carry on. And let's achieve so many things. I've got so many things planned for this year. I do have a secret project going on in the background. But again, I think I explained this in like the 100 video one. I will explain that a little bit more later on in the year. If you do know what it is, please don't comment about it because it's private at this moment in time. Thank you very much. Make sure you follow me on J_Hillier Media on Instagram or Josh Hill 0125 on TikTok. And I shall see you at the end of the month with a brand new vlog. I shall see you then. 6 PM on Sunday. Bye.